Okay. All right. Okay. So let us move to like SQL workshop. So how to create tables without any code, and how to drop a column, how to alter a column, how to modify a column, how to modify the data type, everything. I'll just 10 minutes, I'll finish that, and then we will move to the same sections what we have learned last time. Okay. The object browser, as I told you, like when you are running the script, all the tables will be created, and you can see all the tables, and at the same time there are different types of objects also there. This is already I have taught in the previous 1 month class before, and those who are new directly started this Apex, maybe they might not know these things, but again I will explain that no later. Tables, views, index, sequence, types, package, procedures, function, trigger, database link, material-based view, synonyms, and soda collection. Okay, SODA collections. Okay, so we will go to the table. So last class, the fundamentals, he was explaining how to create a table. So to create a table, you don't need to do any insert or create table name or anything. But if you want, you can do that. It is not harm on or anything. So if you know the traditional way, you can do that. Or else you can see in your corner there is a plus sign. This plus sign, you can see all the objects you can create in the autonomous database schema. Okay, so this what you're seeing is these are the objects created under a schema. The schema in the sense like you can see on the top Varghese under that OKC, Oracle Apex Kerala chapter. That is just a short form. This is a schema, or you can say like a workspace name, and under that workspace name all the details will be created. Okay. Okay, Kalyani, I'll give you a permission, no problem. Okay, to record. Okay, I'm okay. So now we are going to click table. When you're clicking on table, you can see a wizard will create, and in that wizard will display the first page. You can write a proper name for a table, but you cannot put like this space and then do it like that. Okay, so employee underscore, you can put emp underscore tab. Okay, so table, if you want, you can denote table, but if you want it like maybe you can put the text. Okay, then here you can see there are different column names. You can write a column name. So in the employee detail table, you wanted to create an employee. Okay, so why we are using an underscore, because to differentiate a proper, like field name. If you're putting here also, there is no problem, but better you can put an underscore, so it will be more readable. Okay, so here you can see there are different types of data types as well. So I'm just selecting number, and I'm not creating any scale or precision, because this is how many digits are. It just default, like whatever let it take. Okay, then emp underscore name, and here I'm going to select variable character 2. In previous old versions, in Oracle, there is a varchar is also there, varchar 2 is also there. Varchar is holding 2000 characters, varchar 2 is 4000 characters. So then after that, blob come, clob come, b file, all, like lot of, like binary objects and all, you can create it. But for the time being, I'm just selecting varchar. And varchar, you can put a scale of 100 characters, or whatever you want. You can put a 500 up to 4000 characters. And then here you can create employee date of joining, DJ date. Okay, employee J date. Okay, so here I'll put date. Okay, so date is same thing. Okay, so you can see now I have not written any SQL command or anything using the wizard. I'm just going it. Now I'm clicking on the next button. Okay, so it is asking you, do you want to create a primary key? Okay, or you wanted to populate by an identifying not populated. This is all different options are there. I'm just creating no primary key. I don't want to create any primary key. If you want, you can also create a primary key with a sequence, with a trigger and all. So that all, later we will learn how to create triggers and all, but I don't want to mix up everything one shot. Just wanted to understand. Okay, so now here also a foreign key concept constraints are there, like constraints, very well, like not null, primary, foreign key, then like check constraints. This is all I'm just skipping, like like I don't want to explain right now, and just going to the next option. next. Okay, so again it is asking, okay, something like enabling. Okay, next. So you can see the schema, no, as I told you, like before, I told you like WKSP_OKC is a schema name. Schema means a table will have users. We basically use a schema is a user, okay. And employee table name, table name is AMP_. It's created now. So now you can see now a table is created. I have not written any SQL command, just like using the wizard, so that you don't worry about it. If you don't know SQL also, you can create everything through the wizard. But if you wanted to see how it is created, GUI, you can see now it's everything is columns and tabs and everything. But you can click on SQL, you will get the same copy what explained by the previous section. See that they create table, you will get it also. If you want, you can cut and paste the same thing in the SQL, and you will able to create a user. And at the same time, I just want to know, how can we change an employee name to a different name? Yes, you can. And can we change a variable character to the 100 to a variable character, 100 size to 200? Or at the same time, you want to change the variable character to number also, you can do. But if the data is there, then you cannot do it. Then you have to do importing to some table and then re-exporting to, say, inserting to another table. Okay, so let us say that what are the options which is available in the table. I'll go here. You can see that modify column, rename column, drop column, okay, and rename column. Okay, so you can rename the column also. Like for example, you can modify the column also. If you click on the modify, it will ask that what you want to modify. You can change it to variable character, because there is no data is there. So let us go here, like a precision scale, you can change it like that. And even if you want it, you can change it to different data types also. Okay, and at the same time, let us go here, like go back again, cancel. Okay, so here again, can we rename a column? Yes, you can rename a column. You can select a column, employee name. You can put another name. Okay, let's say EMP_name, NM. Okay, and you can change. You can next. Okay, so you can see that if you want to see the SQL, you can see that clicking on the SQL, you can see that how this process is happening. So that's why it is very easy. Just click on finish. That name has been changed to. Okay, so you can see now ename is that. And at the same time, if you want to increase it, you can click on modify column. Okay, which column you want to modify, you can see, you can change it, you can increase it. If the data is there, you can increase also. But you can change the data. If you are changing a character field to a numeric field, then it's a problem. You can do that. You can create another table with a select statement as select, and then change everything, and then you can pull it back. Okay, so next, you can see now I have increased the column. If you want to see the SQL, you will able to see the SQL now. See modify. So you don't worry about it, like looking at so many commands, insert into, update, rename, table name, and all. You don't need it. Everything is available in the scheme, in the SQL workshop. It's very simple. Okay, and at the same time, if you want to insert the data, you have to use an insert command before. Now no need. Like you can click insert. Okay, so you can put employee number 1001. Okay, so I'll put here Manoj. Okay, so again Manoj. Okay, so here employee date. Okay, date is like the problem is here it will 10/10 because it's MMDDYY. So that is a default date of Oracle, because you can change also. Okay, so create. You can see now the data is added, but like see now you have not written any insert command or anything. So you can see here now create table. Okay, so data again. Okay, so again you wanted to edit or anything, you can click on this plus sign, the icon, and you can change also. Okay, Manoj. Okay, Manoj K. Okay, whatever is there. Okay, so just change it. It's updated. If you want to add a row again, you can click and add word. Okay, so here you can put 1001 Shijo. Okay, and you can employ date. I'll put here 11/2022. Okay, so here you can see create. So now you can see now data have been added also. And suppose you again going back to the table, you want to add a column, you can add a column in the existing table. You can add a column, new column called maybe department number. You can add after if the data is also there, you can add the column also. You can put a number here and click on next. Okay, then you can go to the SQL. You'll able to see that alter command. So that's what I'm saying, that you don't need to learn all this SQL for doing the applications. Everything is wizard also. Suppose if you want to refer also, you can do the same exercise. Okay, so finish. So now you can see now the table has been added with another field called department number. Now you go to data and you can go and fill that remaining department number. So 10. Okay, apply. Again, going back to the same thing, I'll put here 20. See this? This is the way I just wanted to clarify this thing also. Okay. And this can be done like renaming the column, field can be changed, size can be changed, data type, all things, whatever you can do it, it is clearly mentioned in the button here. Add a column, modify a column, rename a column, drop a column, rename a column, copy, drop, truncate, lookup, all options are there. Try yourself. Okay, so just wanted to clarify that, because looking at the SQL command, maybe few people have like confused that we need to mug up everything. No need. Okay, so everything is wizard.
Here two rename is there. What is that? One is rename column, one is another rename. What is the difference?
New table name. No, you can put here new table name. Okay,
table name changing. Rename is table name rename.
Yeah.
Okay. The rename column is okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Manoj, you can try all those things. All you can try also, like constraints, model, everything. You click and see whatever is there. Next class, if any doubt is there, definitely I will help you. I'm now going back to our application. So I hope that Manoj, all things are clear now.
Yes. Clear.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Okay. Now I'll go back to the application. So I'm again creating a new application, and today we are going to learn a very interesting topic. Interactive grid, interactive report. Interactive grid we already done, but we have to do some programming also. Program in the sense like we need to just create some listing and all those things. Very interesting. You click on new application. You can create today's application as like, let's say app for interactive report. Okay, IR. Okay, so I'm creating an app. I'm not clicking anything. Okay, let us change something different style. Okay, so let me Redwood. Okay, so it is Oracle default something. Okay, just click next button, create application. So application, everybody knows it's a click, maybe 2 clicks you can create application. So it's very simple. Now I'll just log in with my credential. Okay, so I will just app for my default name. Right now we are using default authentication. You can create custom authentication. So in the after 3 or 4 sections, I will explain that how to create your own authentication. So here right now it's workspace, whatever default Oracle is giving that authentication. So you can create, allocate users, you can access everything, you can do it. Okay, let us go to my password, and then I'm going inside. So you can see now its application is something like right now Oracle, all the interface, they change it to some other, like backgrounds and all. Okay, see this is a app for IR. Okay, now I'm going back, you can see in the below, there is a home page, application, and page 1. So I'm just going to the application. So we are inside the application screen. So there are a lot of things you can, buttons and all, you can see it, but only concentrate right now on page. Okay, create page. When you create a page, what will happen is there are so many options are there. Like on the top, you can see component features, legacy pages, that all 111. All I will cover it. Okay, what are the features? One I will cover in the sections. Okay. So now today, last class we have done form and interactive grid. Interactive grid is nothing but you can do DML operations. And now interactive report is there. Before, before versions are there is option called a report with the form. But now they have changed in 22.2. The title they have changed, but same thing, interactive report. When you click, you will get a form and a report. It's a beautiful option throughout. You are developing enterprise applications. This option is a beautiful option. That means the end user can see that report, and after that they click on the button and then they can see inputting the data. So let us see that. Now I am throughout these sections I'm using employee table and department table only. So let us take employee table. Okay, so EMP. If you want to put a proper name, you can put employee details or something. or else even short form also too. Okay, these are the different types. I'm going to explain that this also today: normal, model, dialog, and drawer. Okay, so you can see, always remember, when you do the create interactive page, there is a button is there. Okay, so slider, if you move it, then it will come. You can see so many options are displayed. So when you click here, only these options are displayed. If you're not enabling it, then options will not be displayed. That means it's a pure interactive report only. There is no form attached to that, because if you want to input some data, you need to again create another form and attach to it, so that you don't need to do it like that. So now you can click include form page. So what will happen is, now you can see default page number is there. This is the default page number. You can also change to 13. Doesn't make any difference. You can create your own page numbers also. And form page, and it is asking what is the name you want to give to the form page name. So let us create employee form. Okay, underscore form. Okay, you can put a space also. Okay, so here form model, it is asking that, or each page has a different page mode. Okay, like normal, model, drawer, that is all different type, the behavior. So let's say, going back to the view. Okay, you can see that this is the same like schema, that under the schema you will click this button, you will get a set of tables. Okay, what are the tables which we need to map it to the interactive grid? Okay, and at the same time, this interactive grid mapping, at the same time the form also. So both the options will be taking the same table. Okay, connection. Okay, let's say now I'll go to employee table. Okay, EMP table is there. I'm clicking the EMP table. So here you can see there are navigations are there. Last class I didn't even touch that. If you click on navigation, so you can have a like a breadcrumb parent entry. That means home page. Okay, so I will select here home page. Okay, what will happen? Let's see, like, okay, new entry page. See, this is like, in the side menu, like you can see, if you click on the home page, it will expand and it will create all the objects under home page. Or you wanted to differentiate, like for example, let's say you want to differentiate department. So click on department, another under the department, what are the forms is that is like basically navigation tab. I've just created, just pull out the slider and see that how it is appearing. I have not created anything. Let us go to the next button. Okay, so here you have to select primary key column. So primary key is nothing but a key which is identifying the entire row. Every table there is, you want to keep a uniqueness. One field you need to put as a primary key. Okay, so constraint and all we have referred it long back. Sorry, I have taken that section. That's why I don't want to again reload the complete again. Okay, so this is primary key column. So employee number is a primary column, and then you are clicking on a create page. What will happen is it creates two pages. Okay, it's creating first report and page form create. On the top, you can see that there is an option. There is a message. It is written there: report and form pages created. If you are not pulling out that slider, the form page will not be created. Only report will be created, and then you will be searching for forms. It is not possible. It will not create by default. Okay, always remember. So right now we are in the page number 2, and like you can see, if you click on this button, you can see all your pages under this application. Okay, so you can see 0 is a global page, default. Home page by default it is creating, and login page is for authentication. The Apex has been created by itself, and then we have two pages which we have created. One is employee details and other one is employee underscore form. So now if you try to click here and try to run this will not work, because changes say dialog page cannot run directly from page designer. Review the page by running a page that launches this dialog. That means this form is embedded or it's linked to the first page. That is why that form alone cannot be run, because it's linked. So now what I have to do is I have to go to the first page, that is what employee underscore detail. Then clicking, you can see so many things in the screen. So if you click here, you can see the page employee details, and every objects which you are seeing here as an identify as a page properties. Suppose for example, page 2 employee details. If you want to change the title, you can change the title here. Okay, how you can give a proper name, employee, employee, okay, or employee details. Okay, you can put a proper name. And if you click here in the page rendering components, breadcrumb, employee body means like you can see the employee details, and you can see the same interactive report, and all the details are coming for that particular object. The same thing, if you expand the column, you can see all these columns are belongs to the employee table. Okay, these are the fields which is automatically bounded to the table. Okay, so now if you click here employee name, you can see that automatically employee name, job, and my MGR, manager ID, hire date, salary, department. And you can see now, last class also I explained that this is hidden in the sense like you need to bring that text box again. You have to click on hidden column, and you can change it to okay, I'm not doing anything right now, let it be like that only, and after that we will change it. Now I am going to run this interactive report. You can see now the interactive report, a beautiful report has been created without a single code. Okay, that's what the beauty of Apex. Now you can see that this is interactive report. You cannot edit anything here, it's a read only. Okay, suppose for example, you can see everything, like all the options are available. You want to group by, you can click on group by. Okay, so this is all, you don't need to write anything in the previous tool, previous forms and all the old client tools and all. You have to write so many codes for sorting out and all. You can see now, you can see your department number, and you can function also, you can be count function, and you can see the column here, like you wanted to go by department number, department, and you wanted to put a column or something, you can put it, just apply it automatically, filter. See, it's a matter of seconds. The whole data has been grouped by, and see that into 20 department, 6 employees, see that 3 employees. You have just created the default option of interactive report. Because when you go for the client place, you will present this one, they think that you have done a lot of coding and creating all those things. There's nothing. Okay, this is done by Oracle itself, and we can show that. Okay, we have a lot of features which is inbuilt in our applications like that. You can tell the customers, and they will be amazed. Okay, so these are all default coming. You don't need to do any exercise for it. Okay, suppose last class also I have explained that. Now what is this symbol for? Okay, so this symbol, you can see it's a link to the form page. We click on the form page, you can see the form page is displaying here. Okay, so there's a side, it's display the form. So this form is for what purpose? Because you want to edit this interactive report data, means the records. You need an input screen or an editable form, which we need to change it. So now I'll put here commission 100, and I'm just applying it. So you can see that 100 is automatically updated. So you don't need to write any refresh command, or you don't need to call any procedures or functions to update this. This is all default, it's happening in the background. Okay, so now you can see now, like if form is displayed, but form is displayed on the corner. You want it in the center screen, like little more, because otherwise always you have to go on side. So that all customization you can do with the properties what we have seen. Okay, so now let us click on this button. If you click on this button, you can see that below the page number becomes page 3. So always see that whenever you are in the page, see now you are on page number 2. Suppose if you want to edit something, like for example, you wanted to bring that employee number in this screen, why it is not displaying? Because it's a primary key. By default it will hide, because the system will understand this is inputted, it is an automatically generated by trigger or sequence. But if you wanted to display, what we have to do is, you can see now there's a page number 2. So click on the page number 2 and go to this employee number, and hidden column you change it to like plain text. And the plain text, you can see now employee number is there, like employee number heading. So let us save this and run it and see whether the page number is coming with the employee number. See that the employee number is displayed here. It was hidden, but I have changed the hidden to a plain text. The name, the number is appeared here. So now what will happen is, like for example, let's say if you click here, the employee displaying it here, but we have not created any trigger or any sequence for generating the employee number. So that what will happen is, it will definitely, if you add any column or anything, like it will show an error. Okay, so how it will add, like you see here, automatically a create button is also created by Apex itself. So if you want to input, you click on the create button. So what happens is that employee name you can add. So let us add it and see that whether it's coming or not. I'll just use Manoj name, Manoj. Okay, so job is IT manager. Okay, so here I'm just adding it, and hire date as it's a calendar is automatically attached because it's a data type is date. If wherever dates are there, when you design any form, it automatically creates a calendar for you. Okay, let's say 10,000. Maybe okay, I'll put 1,000 because I think the size is okay. I'll put 500. And department number, if it is a reference, a foreign key, if I put any number here which is not there in the department table, it raises an error. So I'll just put a 10 here and create. But if it is some trigger or anything which is written in the employee table, if for employee, otherwise it will show some error. Cannot insert null into WKSP underscore OKC employee number is invalid because it is a primary key. If you want it, you can create a trigger also. If you want, I can show you that trigger. Let me see that. Then you can also learn. Maybe if you don't know, I'll also try one trigger and see. Okay. So now let us enable this employee number and let us input a manual employee number and see whether Manoj is adding in the employee detail screen. So let us go to see that now. You can see in the below, the page number 3 is displaying because the page number 3 is loaded. You click on the page number 3. The designer page is open. The next thing is that what we have to do, click here. So remember, the previous hidden field was with report, but here this one is with the form. So you need to create, you need to create change to, you can see text field. Report is plain test and this will be test field. Don't confuse because test field is an inputted control. The other one is like a report. It's a plain test. It will change to plain test. Okay, the employee number. Okay, now let us change this thing to employee number. Employee number. Okay. So now I'm saving this, but let me try to run it. It will not run because it is a model page. So I'll just go here and select the second option, and then I will run it and see that whether it's working or not. Okay. Changes you made. Okay. The input value, whatever is there, it's gone. Again, you have to type it. So now you can see now the employee number is displayed. Okay. Suppose you can see that employee number is displayed inside the text box, so you can put like a traditional way that employee number, then field name, then there is a change is there in the property, it will come back. I will show you one and you can see that how to change. Now what we'll do is we'll create a button and then try to input. I'll put 777. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll put Manoj. Okay, so job IT manager. It's not able to enter because it is only few. The size of this thing is less. So I'll put a manager here. Today joined. Okay, I'll put 5,000 salary. And 250 commission, 150 commission, and the department number is 10. Now let us create. So now you can see now the data is input. You can see now Manoj is added here because we have we enable the employee number in the form. Okay, it was hidden, so we enable it. So that's why we are inputted manually, and Manoj name has appeared. So if you want to change anything, you can want to do Manoj T. Okay, you can change it, apply, and create. You can see now, you here, like you can see now, you're clicking on this, okay, and apply. No action, but nothing is happening, but it's getting updated. You want some confirmation thing to ask to the user before doing the saving. There is a way to enable the validation. So before versions and all, like we need to write some JavaScript, but here in the new version, there is options which we can enable. Like let me just see, like if you're clicking on the apply changes, okay, so now I'm going to the page number and I'm going below. You can see there are buttons which is placed there because we are clicking on the save button. You can see now, just going here, okay, so there is a required confirmation is there. See this, if you enable this, then you can put some text in that. Do you okay, do you want to save? Just put exclamation, please confirm. Okay, confirm. Now you can see now I have written done, okay, and I'm saving it. So now I'll go back to the second page and run the page. Okay, so you will able to see. I'll just go back to the same Manoj data. I'll put capital Manoj K. Okay, now I'm clicking on apply. See that there is a confirmation is coming. Do you want to save? You want some icon also, you can see there is down. I think you just apply, it will get updated. Okay, so you can click page number and then go to page this thing. Then you will able to go to the save button again, and you can see now there's a confirmation action, and you can see there is a style is also there. You can put information, warning, danger, success, whatever is there, it automatically display an icon in the message box. Okay, so I'll again go back to second page, and then I will display the same thing again. I'm clicking on this. You can see now apply. See that this is a tick mark. So it will be more, like user friendly. If you are giving some icons and all, it will be good for your application. So this is a way you can do a confirmation message and do the updation. Okay, so now how to move this form to a sender, like it's like a small thing, movable. Okay, so this one, what will happen is in the page 3, you can see some options here. Dialog template drawer. If it is a drawer, it will always displays on the right side. Okay, so if I'll change to model dialog, and I'm saving this, I will be able to go to the screen and selecting the second page and run it. You will able to see, you can see if clicking on this option, edit. Yeah, beautifully. Okay, you can move it wherever you want, but that is always like fix it. Okay, drawer. That's a new options which comes up in the new one. Before there was no like that. Okay, so now I'm again going to this thing and I'll changing to 6,000. I'm saving, apply. And if you want, you can see you are not written anything. You can suppose, for example, if I want to delete Manoj record, you can click on delete. See this one default, they have written this validation. We have not written. So if you wanted to click apply, this is not default coming. So this one, would you like to perform this delete action? If you delete it, it will let me try delete. It's gone. So it automatically refresh the page also, because some of the time, if you write some codes in some other tools, what happen, you have to do some Java script to refresh the page. As soon as when you click, it automatically get refreshes. This is all written in the background. Okay, you don't need to worry about what is happening. You just go to wizard next, connect all the fields properly and do it like that. So now up to here, I hope that it is very simple. Okay, now next is that you can see in this one, department number 20, 30, 40, 50. We don't know what department is there. As I told you, like we have two tables, one is department and employee table. Department table has department number, name, location, everything. Okay. So let us, when you are adding, creating it, suppose in this for screen, I don't know where I have to, which department I have to allocate Manoj or Shijo or like Fatima. I don't know what is the department 10. You cannot say here, right? Okay. Let us create a list which will populate from the department table. Okay. So in that case, because maybe I will just go back to the page designer and I will just replicating, I'm just duplicating this browser, otherwise this will go off. Okay. Now I'll go to object browser. You can see a table called department. Okay. Department. This department has department numbers, name, and location. So let us open this and see now data. See 10 is there, where it is 10 is accounting, 20 research, sales, operation, front office, and AI, artificial intelligence. I want to display this department name in the list, but in the back end, the number should go. Number should store. Because why? In the employee table, we'll explain again. I'll explain the employee table. Employee table has a department number. You can see in the table there is a department number. Okay, so department number is there. This department number is a foreign key, means a key which is connected to a primary key. Which is a primary key? In the department table, there is a primary key, is called department number. So I want this form. I'll just open this form. If I click this form, I want to display instead of 20, 20 is belongs to which department? But back the field is numeric field. Always remember, field is numeric, but display is character. So can we do that? Yes, we can do that. How to do that? I'm going to explain. So the same page, I'm going to page number 3, where the form fields are there. So in this thing, there is a last field called P3 department number. So now you can see here, it's a new number field and label is department number. So now we are going to change this department number to a character, but it is stored numeric. So let us go to field. These all are different types of types for each objects. Okay, so for all each one, like for checkbox, if you want to make this department number as a checkbox, you can do that. You want to change to a color picker, you can do that. All these things you can try it whenever you have free time. You can click one button, click the field and see and change and see how it is appearing. But I will be covering it all the things one by one. But today what we are going to do is I will be selecting a select list option. So when you clicking on select option, there is always a red cross is coming. That means something you need to input it. Okay, so that's a very beautiful thing. You don't need to all the way searching where it exactly you need to fill it, because sometimes some of the software there are plenty of property sheets. You have to go and search which software, which one to input. But here always it will populate and show that there is an area which we need to do it. So you can see scroll it. There is a red mark will display there. Now, what is the type you need to select? You can see list of values. It is basically like in people who have studied forms and reports. I think Manoj and Shija and all, like there is a LOV is there in form 6, a list of values. Same concept. The name is same only. It is put as a list of value. Okay, so here when you click here, there are different types of components. Okay, share components, SQL query, static value, function body returning SQL query. Sometimes function you will be returning a value that will populate into the list box, that you can do that. Static values means like it will not read anything from any table. It is always static. Like for example, gender, female and male, that will never change. Okay, it's a 2 only. Yes or no, that will never change. Okay, so these all things you can select a static value. But when you're going for an SQL query, you have to write a query. Okay, query means what you want to display in the select pix. Share component is, we will be studying through this share component. Share component is a lot of settings in the share component. So in share components, if you create a list, it can be accessible to all the applications. Suppose, for example, this is a workspace. You have like inventory application, you have finance applications, you have something like, or you will be doing with the front office, or maybe in academics or library. But all these applications want to access one list. You can create a list item in the share component, and you can map it there, so that what happens is global. Okay, so right now I'm not using the share component, but in coming sections I will explain it. So I'm selecting SQL query. What is SQL query? Same thing like a fundamental class he was explaining, you select statement. Here we need to know some basic SQL. So what we wanted to do, so you can see here, like there is a tick mark. If you click here, it will expand, like you can write something, in small box you cannot able to write it. You can click it, you will get a code editor. This is basically a code editor. What you want to write here, what you want to display, you want to display department name, but in the back end it should go department number. So let us go to select. Here we need a D name. Don't confuse, this D name is a field in the department table, comma DEPT number. From which table? Department table. So you can see now this is called display value, and this one is called return value. Display is department name, but return value is 20, because you should return a number, because department number is a number. If you put ulta, then what will happen is department number will display, D name will go inside. So always in the list you should have two values. If you want, you can put here also department number. Okay, no issues. Display value and return value will be same, but here you want to display some character, because user should know a proper name of a department number, sorry, department name. But we don't need to know whether it's 2010 or 2030, what, no need, because we want to display name. So now we are going to do, okay, let us see that if any error is coming. Okay, so it is perfectly all right. So that red mark has been gone from the department number. You can see now the department name, comma department number is okay. Now let us open the screen, go back to the second option, sorry, second page, and I'm just okay and running the page. Okay, so now you will able to get a list which will populate a department number. My God, it is not there. Okay, maybe I have not saved it. Let me go back. Okay,
It is not saved, it seems.
I've saved it.
It is not saved. It was telling unsaved.
That is what. Sorry. Again,
When
I
you
have
click
to.
OK.
Again, I have to do. I have mistakenly, because it was open. So again, see that again. Again, you can learn one more time. No problem. So anyway, like I made a blunder. Okay, so it's like, okay, SQL server, SQL. Again, you are clicking here and putting select D name, comma department number from department. Okay. Now I'll press OK. Now I'll have to save it anyhow. Now I will change the save. So always remember the same mistake you might also do it. Change the save, then you will go back to the page and then clicking on the second page and then see that how it is working. It should display department number. Okay, see. Yep. See, now you can see now accounting, research, sales is coming. So if you are going to the another person, 30 is coming like sales. So in this front screen also you can add up this department number and name also, that I will explain, no issue. So now you can see now as sales, research and accounting is coming. Suppose, for example, if you create a new employee, so let us create the same thing, 777. I'll put Shijo. Okay, Shijo, and job is manager. Okay, so hire date I'll put let us say 11, and salary I'll put 7,000, and commission is 100. And you can click here, you will get a accounting, research, whatever operations. Okay, so I'll create a, so what will happen is the operation value number will store in the employee table. Let us create now. See, now Shijo is added there, and Shijo's 40 number is coming because his 40 belongs to operation. Okay. So now you can see now, let me just,
Can we see department name in this report as well?
Manoj?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that, Manoj. Okay, what you do, no, Manoj, you can go to page number 2 and you can see, click on this. Okay. You see now it is employee table, no? Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So
Okay.
you can see now employee table and you can click here. Oh, sorry, 1 minute. You can click here. You can select SQL query. Okay. Now you need to add that department. Okay. Comma, department number, department name, where emp dot department number, you have to go do an eq join. Department number equal to department dot department number, and here in comma dname. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now
Okay.
what will happen is then the entire report will be changed. Okay. So let's say okay.
Sir, actually we have to give the alias, right?
Sorry. You are correct.
Department number as.
Yeah, you're good. Okay. So this is very good.
Plus
Department table, because in both the table has a department number. That's why you need to map the column. So we need to have a validation here. There is one button also there. If your SQL is not correct, you can click on it. Okay. Then okay.
I'm sure.
Thank you, Ibrahim. Okay. Now you can save this and run it. It should display department number, name also. So now you can see in the action, this will be hidden. So you have to push it here. Because sometimes it will come, sometimes it won't come. So no problem. So you can put a department name. Manoj, you got no?
Fine. Thank you.
Okay. So this is the way, like department number, department, everything you get. But only thing is, in this type of things, you need to know the eq join condition, how you can club the two tables and then do it like that. Okay, so this is the way the interactive report. And at the same time, one more thing I will explain and then we will wind up the class. But do the same thing repeated, do maybe 2 or 3 times, you will be masters. Okay, so this is a main thing which we are playing with. We need a report and if input form. This is all application required any input form and report. It's already done. Okay, now I will explain sometimes what happened, like suppose okay, let us go to run, and I'm clicking on this button. I want this one, like job. Okay, or maybe I will write, okay, job. I want it like 3 types of job, like manager, accountant, and clerk. I don't want anybody to like enter any other thing. Okay, so let us go to the job. You have a static value, like for example only 3 or 4 values you want to do it. You can do that. You can go to the page number 3, and then what we'll do is you go to the job and change the same thing to select list. Okay, so here what we are going to do is just scroll down and you can select here static value. The static value means there is a button below, display 1 and display 2. This is the same thing which I explained you. Display value what you want to display and return value what you want to display. So let us here, like I'll put manager here. And if you wanted to return a numeric value, you can put here. Otherwise, same name, same text, you can write it. Clerk, you can have clerk, and then we will have accountant. I'll just copy here. Okay, I'll keep on adding. You can add it like that. Okay, so clerk, manager, accountant, and then sales. Okay, sales. Okay, salesman. Okay, salesman. So this is not at all connected to any table. When the page is loading, it will read from this value. Okay, now I'll press OK. So now let us save this, and again I'll go back to the second page and I'll run this. So now let us see that how the form will be. When I create here, you can see a list of predefined static value is there on the screen. So right now we have learned today like I'll just summarize what we have learned today. What we have learned: interactive report with a form, and we have done a select list with a static value and a SQL query. And we have learned how to create table with the wizard, how to add, how to remove, how to change the data type. So all those things, please do practice and come to the next section. So next section will be, I'm going to give you 1 day break. We will be meeting like on 13th, but please make sure that Thursday 13th we will again come back to the same class, same time, and you please practice all those things and come with some questions, so that I will also learn and you'll also learn. Okay, so we both will learn together. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please you can ask now. There are 3 or 4 minutes are there. You can ask if any doubt is there. I think everybody is okay. Shijo, any doubt, Shijo?
No doubt, it is very clear.
No doubt. Okay, please practice. Okay.
Yeah, that is all.
Manoj also, Manoj, please do practice and come back with the good questions. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Manoj,
So
don't forget